Hi, I'm Ben Nicholson, the author of Clockwork Basilisk, and it is the morning after the end of this Kickstarter campaign that Head Stampers assembled. And I can't tell you how grateful I am to all of you for having supported this project. It really warms my heart that you have taken such an interest. It's blown my socks off. I would never have thought such a thing would have happened. So, well, we're just about to launch into the holidays, and 2022 and 2023 is also the bicentennial of Collier's production of the Collier. So we have a lot to celebrate in this last 200 years. One thing I thought I might mention is how excited I was to see the many cities around the world and countries that have supported this, and in particular the United States and England and European countries, as well as Australia and New Zealand. So I thought I might just think of something for many of you to do on the holidays, which is actually go and visit one of the museums that either may have a Collier on display, or at least you will be within 100 feet of it being in the vaults downstairs in the back rooms. So the top basilisk buying city is Chicago, my alma mater. That was exciting. And so thank you for that. And the Art Institute of Chicago has the best Collier in existence. It's, dare I say, new in box. Actually, it's actually in the box. And it has just been taken in on loan, and it will be out on display within the next few weeks after they've processed it. And then number 2 city, Dallas, but Texas doesn't have a gun museum. And it's always amazed me that that's the case. However, down in Houston, your not sister city, is the Collector's Firearms, that great store, which is, in my opinion, one of the best museums in America, because you can buy everything on display. So do go down there and at least touch the ground upon which Mike Clark has dealt Colliers in the past. Los Angeles, not exactly known as a big gun city, but boy, do they have the Autry Museum, a fantastic collection. And in there is a highly unusual Collier. It's made by Blunt and Sims as a piece of evidence for the Colt trial. England. What are we to say? This is where Collier was made his weapons, and a visit to the Royal Armouries in Leeds. They have 5 Colliers and Collier type firearms. Really, it's the best museum there is out there in my book. And then in London, there is the V&A. They've got a couple, both in storage. Sorry about that, but at least you can touch the pavement outside the museum and know that you're in the presence of greatness. For New York, which is the 9th biggest basilisk buying city, you have got the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And don't tell anybody, but the Arms and Armor collection in that museum is reputed to be the most heavily visited collection in the museum. So much for New York, but they've got a Collier. It's not going to be on display. It's not a great one, number 55, but nevertheless, you'll see firearms that you just can't believe. My favorite being perhaps the Smith & Wesson's tricked up by Tiffany's. So over in Australia, yes, there are Colliers, one of the largest privately held caches of Colliers, 4 of them, but none in the museums. But go over to New Zealand, and the 9th biggest country who bought the book, at the Auckland War Memorial Museum, you're going to see, if you're lucky, a Collier on display. And then the Otago Museum has Bloody Jack Tahoaki's, the Maori chief of 200 years ago, his Collier is on display. So thank you so much for all of this, and thanks to my wonderful colleagues and co-authors, Frank and Matthew, David, Jonathan, and John. It's been an amazing 5 years of work. Dare I say, tens of thousands, maybe not, but it felt like it. Hours of work probably was. And we're glad to get the book finally in your hands sometime in 2023.